guys, Miss Charlie here with another project pan. We're going to see my progress for the month of October and what I will be using for the month of September. So let's go ahead and get into my progress. Okay, so I'll start with my primer and my setting spray. I use this Wet n Wild Rose 3-in-1 primer water. It's prep, set, and refresh. I use this before makeup and to set down my powders. And she is like all the way down here now. She was like about here, now she's down to there. It's a light rose scent. I don't really like the smell of rose, but it was fine, and it's very inexpensive. And then this Refresh Hydrating Setting Spray from Koki. Got this with CVS points. It was very nice. It kept my makeup on. I had no problems with it at all. I would recommend it. It's a very nice setting spray. So that was primer and setting spray for October. For lip treatments, I have this Ciate Watermelon Balm and Mask. It was very nice, very hydrating. You see, I've used the heck out of it. So I use it all the time. I don't just use it for when I do my makeup. When my lips are feeling dry, I just throw in whatever balm is in my project pan. And then the lip scrub from Be Pure. This is the peppermint one. You only need a little bit of this. This is going to be in the project pan for quite a while, and it's a nice grit. So if you find this at the Dollar Tree, get it if you like a nice gritty lip scrub. And it also has a lip balm separately that you can buy as well in the peppermint. For brows, my KVD Franken powder, the KVD Brow Struck in dark brown, trying to extend that pan a little bit more. Got this from TJ Maxx. The Ioni Brow Pencil in dark brown. This is from Dollar Tree. Still have quite a bit of that, and it's a very nice pencil. It's not too waxy. I did use this a couple of times. This is the Wet n Wild Simmer Brown Now pencil, and it's a little bit redder than the Ioni, which is more neutral, as you can see there. But this is like my ride or die. I've used this for years, and these pencils are very long, so it takes a long time to use them. So I'm still working through that. And then the NYX Brow Glue. This was also nice. It's a little gunky, but it still worked, and it kept my brows in place after I did them. So I enjoy that as well. So those are our brow products. For foundation, I have the Anastasia Beverly Hills Luminous Foundation. This is in 40N, which is not neutral. It is red leaning. And then the La Mercier Found Semi-Matte Foundation. This is from Dollar Tree. I don't know what the number is, but it's like down to here. I mixed these two together, put them in my little container, and it was a nice finish. I don't put on a lot of foundation. I just put enough to even out my skin tone, and these two worked beautifully together. For powders, I have this Milani Translucent Medium to Deep. This is from Dollar Tree. I do have two backups of this. There is like the tiniest bit left in here. Not much at all, can't really tell, but it's almost gone. And I mixed it with the CoverGirl Clean Invisible. This is in 115. This is a little bit more pinky peach leaning, and then mixing these two together, they were an absolute wonderful combination. My makeup was set. Pores where I didn't have a lot of, well, you could see pores, but it was very, very smooth. And I love this combination. And this I got at CVS with my points, and then this one I got at Dollar Tree. Concealer, CoverGirl True Blend Undercover, a favorite. This is in caramel, I think. Yes, this is in caramel. It's a very thick concealer, so you do want to mix it with the hydrating one, which is the Concept Culture. This is in the shade M340. This is a little bit more hydrating. There's still some down in there, very little. Can't see the bottom yet. I have to use a brush or a spatula to get it out. But this will probably go through one more project pan and this will be done. But these two work together. Again, this one is a little bit more drying. So if you have a lot of fine lines under your eyes like I do, you don't want to use this alone. You want to mix it with something hydrating. I've totally forgot. I'm out of order. I'm so sorry. But for moisturizer, primer, and eye cream, I have the Gold Fatten MD, the Vita Boost Moisturizer. This is very nice. You only need a little bit of this. Very moisturizing. The Femu eye cream, very nice as well. I use eye cream before makeup and also in my nighttime skincare. Very nice and hydrating. And then the REM Beauty Blurring Primer. This was very nice too. It reminds me a lot of like the Smashbox primer. You don't need very much. The Smashbox one turns into more of like a powder. This one doesn't. It's a nice gel, but it blends into the skin very nicely. You can see it's a little bit more blurring. This is a little bit more shining. This is a little bit more matte. It was a very nice light primer. So if you want a nice light blurring primer, I would suggest this one from REM Beauty. This is the only REM Beauty product I have ever tried, and I really enjoy it. For bronzer, blush, and highlight and contour, for my cool tone blush, I brought out the Wet n Wild Mellow Wine. It's like a mauve peach. Very nice cool toned blush. And I also bring in a warm tone. And these are from Ofra. These were in a little face palette, and I'll put the, oh, here they are. I'll just pull them out. This one is in 305. Oops. This one is, they kind of look the same, but they're not. This one's lighter. This has a little bit more orange apricot in it, and this one is a little bit more like tan caramel or toffee. See, that one is a little bit more orange. And then this one is in Rendezvous, I think. Wait a second. Yes, this is in Rendezvous. And this one is a little bit more cool toned, warm. And then when I mix them together, they just look like a really natural blush on my skin tone, which I like sometimes. It's like a natural blush. For bronzer, I have the bronzer from W7. And this is the bronzer matte. Again, use my CVS points. It's a very finely milled bronzer. And again, I just use that to blend out my contour, really like this. For my contour, I brought in the Hydrating Complexion Trio from Alamar. This one is in Dark Rich. Have to be very careful with this because this color here is very red leaning. So I try to use this one and then maybe dip into that just once because it will be a little too stark, but I'm still using it and I really like it. It's very pigmented. You don't need much of this, so I'm sorry for the glare. So you don't need much of this. Very pigmented. This is in Cinnamon Sugar. This works well with my skin tone. And then I just might dip in one time into this one, which is called Ove Morena. And I can't use this one because it is way too peach. It looks yellow on camera, but it's way too peach, so I can't use that one at all. But it's a nice trio, and I have the lighter one as well. For highlight, For my warm tone highlight, I have the Laura Geller Gilded Honey. It doesn't look like I've used this at all. I've had this for years because you don't need very much. Very nice warm toned highlight. So gorgeous, and was the rage years ago. And then I have the one from the Avatar collection from Lethal. This is in White Lotus. This is a pink. See that? It's so gorgeous, and it's very soft. Very soft. It's very glittery, so what I did was I took some and I put it on the back of my hand, and then I put my brush in it because it's very glittery if you just dip your brush in it, but you have to smooth it out. But look at that. So pretty, so pretty. So those were my highlight, my blush, bronzer, and contour for October. Then lastly, we have mascara, eye primer, and liners. This mascara here, the Midnight Black from La Mercier, this was trash. Do not recommend this at all. This is what the one looks like. Nothing ever came out on my lashes. Look. There's nothing there. Nothing. It's dried up, or there's nothing in here. I don't know. You can't hardly get it to go back in. So this is a dud. I do not recommend this at all. If you see it at the Dollar Tree, throw it away. I brought out my Bad Girl Bang, which is one of my favorite mascaras. Very defining, little Christmas tree. Very good. And also the Cali Ray. So I brought this out after I tried this once. This is the Come Hell or High Water mascara. You have to clean this off because it is like the pure one that I have that gets a lot of product on here. You have to clean it off, but it's a nice brush, defines, keeps my lashes curled because I have naturally curly lashes. It does great, and this is a clean mascara, so this is from Cali Ray. I did enjoy that. The AOA Studio Natural Eye Primer or eyeshadow primer goes on like that, and it goes clear. This was $1 when I went to Shop Miss A, did my first Shop Miss A haul. I'll link it below so you can see some of the things that I got, but this was $1, and it reminds me of the e.l.f. primer that they had that used to be $1. I think it's like $2 now, but it reminds me of that. More CVS points. Purchased the Stay in Play gel liner from Essence. Reminds me of the Extra Lasting. It's just a creamy black liner, pencil liner. The Stila Stay All Day waterproof liquid liner. Got these at the dollar store. You can get them 2 in a pack. I got 4. That's what it looks like. The only thing I did not like, because I do like the Stila liner, is the tip started to fray. See there, it's starting to fray. And it's not as precise as it was. So what I use it for is I will take it and just fill in between my lashes, the gaps. But as far as like a wing or anything, I can't do that anymore with this one because the tip is so frayed, which was a disappointment, but I could use it for something else. And then I brought back in my Absolute New York waterproof Insanely Black liner. This is a brush tip. It's absolutely gorgeous. I have no problems with it. You can do both eyes without it drying out. It's awesome. And I found another one at TJ Maxx because that's where I got this one, but it's the felt tip one, so I'm gonna see if it works the same, but it's the same it's the same liner, but it's not a brush tip, it's a felt tip. So they should work the same, but I'll report back on that. But I was a little disappointed in these little Stila mini, because I've only used the one of the 4. So if they all do that, that's going to be disappointing. But they were only $1.25, so I can't complain. But again, those were mascara, liner, and eye primer. Oh, and I am still using up my little Pure thing. You see how much is in there? Not much at all. This will be gone. And then I'll bring out the other one, because there were 2 in this set and I'm just using one at a time. I still have the other. I did get rid of the highlights that were in this because they were okay. So I kept the contours because these are very good. You only need a tiny bit, and I've had this for a couple of years. So I want to go ahead and get it done by the end of the year, and it looks like we are almost there. Okay, so you saw my progress from the month of October, and now we're going to get into this basket for what I'll be using for the month of September. Okay, so I'm going to start with my sprays. This is my primer spray. This is from Spascriptions. I found this at TJ Maxx. I love this. I've gone through a few. I will have to end up getting a backup. Haven't seen it at TJ Maxx lately, but I think you can order it online. But I love this. It's just a nice facial spray that adds some moisture before makeup and to set down your powders. And this is how much I am at right now. And then I purchased this Tarte setting spray from the 21 days, the Ultra 21 days of beauty. I like a good setting spray, and this one says it is 16 hours. So we'll try that out. But that's my setting spray and my primer spray. For moisturizer and eye cream, I have this Symbiosis Depuffing Dark Circles and Relief Eye Serum. There's not a lot in here, so I'm trying to get through this. It's a nice product. I like this brand. I do get it in my Ipsy Boxy Charm. And I've had a few products from this brand that I really like, so I want to try to use this up. And then for moisturizer, I have the Laura Mercier Mattifying Oil-Free Moisturizer. That's where it is right now. But I really enjoy this. And it's not really matte. It's more of a demi-matte, but it's a moisturizer, so I'm going to put primer over the top of it anyway. And for the primer I'm using, this is the one from Illamasqua. This is the Beyond Veil. This is a glowing primer. Comes like that. And it comes with a little spatula. I love these. I also have the Beyond Veil, which is clear, which is more hot, not the Beyond Veil, the Hydra Veil, which is clear and more hydrating. But this adds just a little bit of glow. It's not like overly glowy, but it's really moisturizing, and I love Illamasqua. And I think I got these in a drop box from BoxyCharm a year or so ago. They will last you forever, and they're very good products. For lip treatments, I have my Aceology Passion Fruit Refining Lip Scrub. I like this. It has some nice grip to it. I like a gritty lip scrub, not one that you put on it and it just melts away. I like a nice gritty one. This is a nice one. This is also from BoxyCharm Ipsy. Then I have the e.l.f. Squeeze Me Lip Balm. This one is in vanilla frosting. Just a cute little angled tube there. Smells like, almost like buttercream, a little bit like buttercream. I really like that smell. I got this with my CVS points, and I wanted to try another lip balm. I have plenty, but I wanted to use up my points, so I picked this up. For foundations, I'm going to be using the Almay Smart Shade in 500 Deep Like Me. This one I got on clearance at, I think at Myers. I can't see what the amount was, but I got it on clearance, and this is supposed to go to be your shade. It goes on gray, and then it's supposed to conform to your skin tone. And it's a very light coverage, so if you like something like that, this would be nice. I like Almay products. This is the second one, well, I've used the Almay Clear Complexion Concealer. It was nice. I have the Clear Complexion foundation, which is really nice, and then these are really nice too. And I got one of these in an influencer as well, but it wasn't the right shade, so I ended up passing that on to my bestie. Then I'm going to mix it with this Revlon Illuminance Serum Tint. This one is in Ginger Root, and I got this with, I think I got this as well through influencer. And it also came with a serum blush that I ended up passing on because it was not color for me. So if I mix these two together, see, that kind of goes right into my skin. It'll be a nice light coverage foundations together. For concealers, I'll be using my Born This Way. This one is in caramel. These are so huge. You will have these forever. I got this in a drop box as well. I also have it in golden, and I do mix them sometimes, but I love this concealer. And then I picked up this La Mercier Flawless Finish Concealer, and this is in 117. The number is on the packaging, but once you take it out of the packaging, there's no number, so I did write it on the bottom. So I'm going to mix these two together. This one is very red leaning, and this one is more neutral. So mixing those two together, still gonna be a little red leaning, so I might have to add some of my LA Girl foundation mixing drops, which you can also add this into concealer to help make it a better color for you. This one is almost gone, and I have a backup. I already bought that with some other CVS points that I had. So if I mix these two together and mix that in, it makes it way more neutral for me. So those drops come in handy, so you can use them for foundation and you can use them for concealer. For powders, I have two new ones. I have this Danessa Myricks Evolution powder. This one is in yellow. I can't really use yellow or banana powders because it's too much for my skin. Let me try to find my tweezers. Give me just a moment. I got my tweezers. I'm gonna open it. I haven't opened it, as you can see. I'm gonna open it. Oop. Yeah, it's very yellow, but I'm gonna mix it with something a little lighter. And this is the Bye Bye Pores pressed powder. I got this in the 21 Days of Beauty. And I'm gonna see how it goes. I might get a darker powder to mix as well, because I don't know how this is gonna go off on my skin, because I'm neutral leaning, not more of a golden leaning. So we'll see how these go, but those will be my powders unless I do decide to bring in a darker powder. For brows, I still have my little KVD Franken powder here, and then I bought a brand new Wet n Wild Ultimate Brow Kit in Ash Brown. This is a darker brown than the one I have, which is in dark brown. This one is darker. I've gone through about 2 or 3 of these. It comes with I haven't opened it yet. It comes with a tweezers and a little spoolie and a little brush, and it also has a mirror on the side, which I think is awesome. So if you put this in your bag or whatnot, you have a mirror. So I'm going to pull that out. And then the Wet n Wild Retractable Brow Pencil has a spoolie on one end, and then it is like one of those teardrop shaped pencils, and it's really nice. And this is how much I have in that. So it's gonna last me for a while because I just use it to outline and then maybe fill in a little bit. But those are brow products. For blush, bronzer, and contour, I have this bronzer from La Mercier from Dollar Tree. The concealer is also from Dollar Tree. They have this color and a darker color. This is in Sunlight Bronze in 115. Again, when you take it out of the packaging, it doesn't have a color or a number on it. And this is what it looks like. It's a glowy bronzer, and I just use bronzer to, you could use that as a highlight too, look at that, or a glowy blush. I use bronzer just to blend out my contour, and for my contour I'm going to pull out the Maybelline Superstay in Espresso. This is a foundation that I got from Dollar Tree. I've had this for a long time, and you don't need much of this as a contour, and it's a perfect shade for me as a contour. For it to blend out, I really enjoy that. And then for my blush, for my cool tone blush, I have the Pretty Vulgar Hush blush. I've had this for a long time, and I'm almost hitting pan. You can see there's a nice dip in the center, and it's a nice cool toned mauvey pink blush. And then for my warm tone blush, I got this Kokie blush here. This is the Soft Gradient Blush in Tender, and I got this at Rite Aid because my Rite Aids have all gone out of business, and they had 70% off of makeup, and a lot of the stuff they had was not my color, but I just went through it, and this is absolutely gorgeous. I have not swatched it. I love a good orange blush, but I'm gonna blush. That's really orange and peachy. Oh, that's pretty. That's pretty. You don't need much of it either. So, and I've seen these on YouTube and whatnot, and just figured out, hey, they were $7.99 and it was 70% off. Sorry for the glare. So I thought I would try those out. And then for highlight, I have my little e.l.f. baked highlighter in Pink Diamonds. I think I have all the colors. They're very inexpensive and they're domed. I've had these for years. If you want a nice inexpensive highlight, these are very good, or the Wet n Wild ones. It's a nice subtle pink. And then for my warm tone, I have the Copacetic. This is the Perfect Glow highlight in Don't Krill My Vibe. And it looks peachy. You can also use these as eyeshadows or inner corner. And it's a beautiful golden peachy color, so pretty. But those are my highlight, bronzer, contour, and blushes. And lastly, I have my mascara. Let me pull this one out too. My mascara, my liners, and I have, oh, I don't know how I missed that, but this is a clear brow gel for my brows. This is the Wet n Wild Mega Clear Brow and Lash mascara. You can put this on, if you have mascara that flakes, put it on and then put this over top to help seal it in. And you can also use this for your brows, or you can just use it if you don't want to wear mascara, just to define your lashes and keep them curled or whatnot. Very, very nice. I'm gonna keep in my Bad Girl Bang from Benefit because I really, really love this mascara. It defines, keeps my lashes curled. I love this mascara, so I'm keeping this in because it is already opened. I'm pulling back out the Fully Charged by Pure since I already have them open. I'm not going to open anymore until these are done for, dried up or whatnot, so that's why I'm still having the Bad Girl Bang. And I'm going to pull this out as well. You do have to clean off this wand because it does get a lot of product, but it works, it defines, and it keeps my lashes curled. Lasts all day. I have no problems with flaking or smudging. For eye primer, I'm going to try to use up the YC Collection eye primer. This is so nice. I really enjoy it. It goes on clear and it's tacky, so you can even use this like a glitter primer as well, and it just disappears. I really enjoy it, so I'm gonna try to get some more use out of that and use it up. with my CVS points again. I picked up the Superfine Essence Liner Pen. It's a long felt tip liner, so you can get really precise. So we're gonna try that out. I love Essence liners. Then I'm gonna bring back in the Knobless Cupid's Bow eye pencil in black. And you can see that's a very, very fat tip on there. It does have a sharpener in it, but when you sharpen it, you're losing product. And I did post this on my Instagram. So with the shavings, I will put it on a little palette or something and just add a little bit of mixing medium to it, and I can make it into a liner so I don't waste it. I can also put this in like a little container like these I get from the dollar store to keep the shavings, so I can have black liner if I need it, so I'm not wasting it. Just add a little bit of mixing medium to it and use a nice slender brush like this. This is a nail art brush, but it's very fine and it's angled, and just use that. And instead of wasting the shavings, I just make and use liner out of it. But those are mascara, eye primer, and liners. Okay, so that's what I'm using for the month of September and what I used in my progress from October. If you do a project pan, please let me know, or if you've used any of these products, also let me know. Let's start a conversation. I love talking to you all. Let me know your thoughts, any suggestions. I thank you all for being here. I appreciate you all so very much. Please follow me on Instagram and on YouTube, and we will see you in the next project pan video.